Grand Rising, Elizabeth. Oh, yay, yay, yay. A wonderful, wonderful day, a wonderful day. Today is September 12th, 2023. Oh my goodness. It's already the middle, getting close to the middle of September. This is my birth anniversary month, so I'm looking forward to getting another year in on this venture. But this is a health and wellness show, and I'm with Sister Ebony. My name is Sister Deitra. And it's just great to see you all. Smiling faces. Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. And RJ, hey RJ. I know you're
RJ.
there. Yeah,
we are grateful to have you back, Sister Deitra.
Yeah, it's good to be back. Oh my goodness. I did not forget today. I did not. I woke up early and got myself together, put my shirt on. That's right, Ebony. That's right. That's right. And I want you all to know that I spoke with Sister Jacqueline yesterday.
Yes.
She's doing better. She's still maintaining.
Okay.
But her voice was strong. Go ahead.
She actually came on Friday.
Oh, yeah,
she did.
She was there for about an hour. Yeah.
Oh, I was so excited to see her.
Yes. She did tell me she came on. And she said she wanted to reach out to me. So I think she was getting ready to call Mama Razia too. So, but I told her we still moving on. We moving. She sounds strong. So that's a blessing. Let's see. Now I gotta do an oracle reading. Woohoo! Let's see. And I already pulled it. And today is, I don't know if you all can see that one.
Oh, she pretty with her. She look like Queen Afuni or something.
Afuni.
Queen Afua.
Yeah.
Queen Afua. With all that white on.
Deitra, tilt it to the either tilt it up or down. There you go. Then you get that glare off. Yeah. Beautiful.
Oh, she pretty.
I know she is. Okay. This is Ayazan. Ayizan. Ayazan. And she is the priestess of miracles. Woohoo! So she's wearing it.
That's Ebony Carr. What you about to do with that baby?
That's right. Okay, Ayazan is the goddess of miracles. And she's of Haiti. She is of the high priestess's temple in the bush element. Mambo, which means priestess. Ayazan is a wise Haitian Iwa or deity, queen of the market, riches, and sacred initiations. Respect her as the highly venerated spirit of the first priestess. Okay, and her guidance is, you are a magnet for miracles. You are a miracle. Yes, that's her. Yes. You are a miracle. What if you truly allow yourself to believe? All things are possible. Dare to dream bigger. The embodiment is, you claim you want miracles, but you take an I'll believe it when I see it approach. What if you will see it after you believe it? Believe that you deserve to be, do, have the world you want for yourself. You can be your true self. Do what awakens your soul and have your desires. This is life's miracle. If you haven't witnessed your miracle yet today, ask for it and allow it in. And the goddess declaration is, my life is full of miracles. You know, beautiful, beautiful. I mean, just when I read that your life is full of miracles, it's a wonderful thing to think that your miracles won't be, you know, if we believe that continuously, it won't be an exception or some special thing. It'd become part of our lives. You know, everything will be a miracle. It's like, oh, that's common for me. You know, I have miracles all the time. You know, but we recognize it and can speak to it, you know. Ooh, I'm thinking about today. Have I had a miracle yet? I know I have. I gotta remember.
You woke up.
You woke up
There you
this
go. There you go.
Morning.
Amen. Amen. And Ashe, yes.
Hey, Deitra, I see that she has hibiscus flowers in her picture.
I have the, yes.
And lemons and pomegranate. Wait a minute. Y'all know I need to clean my lens.
Mama had what that symbolize?
Well, these might be her offerings.
Okay.
She's got a pomegranate.
Yep, she sure does. You're right. A pomegranate.
Lemons. I'm not sure the other flower. And her cups runneth over, so that must be the miracle. See, her cups are running over.
Yes.
Running over with miracle. Is that a lily or something?
It looks like a fern. I think it's a fern. Maybe, I don't know. And she has something here. Let me see if I can get my finger. Wait a minute. I need my pointer. She has jewels on her dress.
I can put mine up too. It might help out.
Yeah. And then
her
cup.
Golden cup.
I'm going up close. Let me see. And she kind of looked like Sister Nicole. She looked like Dr. Nicole. When I looked at her, that's what I saw. I see Dr. Nicole. Those eyes, she got those eyes like Dr. Nicole. See those eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really love the artwork on these cards.
I love that.
Cool. I really do.
Ooh, maybe we could dress up like the ladies or something and do a photo shoot. I don't know. I'm having dreams. Okay, never mind.
Oh, yeah.
Keep going.
Okay, that's all part of miracle working.
Well, Sister Deitra, when you read it, I just thought the sermon I heard Sunday at church was talking about how we don't do it alone. We can't do it alone. And when I think of miracles, it's like it just takes me back the thought of what you said, like just believing before it happens.
Yes.
And when you shift your mindset to believe in the miracles, it just be so amazing how God send the supporters towards you. Like you just generate and you gravitate all the help you need.
Yeah.
Just in that simple belief.
Oh, I love that, Sister Ebony. I do. I mean, because I can relate to that. Yes.
Sometimes the people are already there to set
and
that
they already there
in motion. Yeah.
That's true.
Mama had. Sure. And it be the same people already there.
Yeah.
They've been waiting.
For me, you know, when somebody comes to me with a challenge, I'll tell them, okay, you know, let's say they said, I can't, da 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 da. I said, now you're coming to me and telling me about it. I said, but when I make my statement, you got to believe it. You can't say, don't say it and have doubt. So, for instance, finding keys. I say, first of all, change the way you're thinking about it, because the first thing we do is go to the negative. We say, I can't find my keys. Okay, let's change that. I'm going to find my keys. I can find my keys. But after we say that, then you got to believe it. Do you believe it? Oh, Mama Head, I said, listen, do you believe it? Can you believe it? Do you want to find your keys? Okay, let's go. Do you want to find your keys? I said, okay. Because Haru tells me, Mama Head, you don't lose nothing. You just misplaced it, right? So, you know, you have to, when you make a statement, that's why, you know, that's why my friend encouraged us to use words that are defining, words that are, it's another D word. I'll think of it. See how you think that? So to say what you want, because we'll say what we don't want and what what has happened. We dwell on that. Let's
Right.
change the narrative so that we can have a more guided path
Yes.
towards the miracles that are waiting for us to, get to the shoreline so that we can bloom, do what it is we need to do.
Great point. No, that's a great point. You're right.
It sure changed my life. It changed my life. Change your mind and change your life.
Yeah, that's
Gotta believe.
That really spoke to me a minute ago, because what I've been attempting to do was each day write down everything I eat and drink and everything that comes into my body. I've been, writing things down, and I'm like, what happened to a certain day? I'm thinking that I'm attempting to keep up with this, every day, just jotting down what I'm eating. And so it's coming along. It's a work in progress. How about that?
So where do you keep what you're writing in?
Actually, I have notepads. They're a little, can you see them?
Okay, right. But where do you keep the pen and paper?
Right here in front of my computer.
Okay, so when you prepare your meals or your drinks, do you take them in there with you to eat?
No.
So maybe, I'm just a suggestion, maybe put the papers where your meals are prepared, and maybe you'll, get to say, okay, wait a minute, let me jot it down before I go.
Okay. That's a good point. I like that, and I can do that. I can do that. Yes.
Or have the paper in different places. So, did you, a pad, this is my, what did you consume today pad? You might need to have one in the kitchen, one in the one in your office, because, there may be snacks. And I don't know if you got snacks in the drawer. I don't know.
I do not. No, I do not. I don't do carbs anymore. I kind of gave that up.
Right. Well, no, now the snacks are your snacks. You might have your
fruit,
right. So,
blueberries. Yeah, but you're right. You're right.
You're good there. See, Deitra, you went back on that old stuff. You remember.
don't have my snacks in your You have good snacks. You don't have my snacks.
Not yours, Ebony, right?
Not my snacks.
Not mine either. I do not have the banana sitting here, and I do not have the grape sitting there.
No.
Oh,
right.
Bad
Pine fruit bars and stuff.
Bad girl.
It's so funny y'all mention that, because I was doing my exercise the other day and they were making me, I was mad because I had to do it. So I was going potato chips.
Are you serious? You know what? It's so funny. Speaking of that, I saw a video where, one of the doctors I'm following, did a perspective on different blue zones around the world. I don't know if you all heard of blue zones, where people live to 100 and over. They were in that video, they were talking about how, a lot of them, they're 90 years old, but they're sitting on low stools, they're getting up, they're not lounging like we do in chairs and lazy boys and all that. They don't do that. They're using their legs and their hips to get up on little stools. These are older people, they're moving around. Right. So I said, I had to change my perspective on that stuff, That's why I'm getting up.
They're very active.
Yes.
They're very active.
Right. So that was nice to hear about.
Blue zones. I'm a blue zone.
Right, yeah, And the biggest one, the biggest blue zone is in Japan, I think it is. They live, a long time.
They get up and do that Tai Chi together. They do in some cultures, they do those exercises when they go to work. The employees are all outside doing their Tai Chi.
Exactly. They have a good community like that, people come together and they stay together. You know, they're for many years they're doing Tai Chi, like you said, together, growing gardens together. You know, it's just a good community. And that's not everywhere. I mean, I speak like everything in Japan is like that. No. Oh, what's this? Okay. Thank you, Queen.
Didn't cost me nothing.
Hey, the fingertips is at our
It's
fingertips.
a miracle. It's a miracle. The rare areas scattered around the globe where people seem to live considerably longer, healthier lives. A famous example, the blue zone is in Japanese island, in Japanese island,
Okinawa. I think it's Okinawa.
Yeah. On this island, their live there live 5 times. They live, okay, that's what they live 5 times more centenarians, people 100 years or older, than in Western countries. Yeah, I bet.
Wow.
Oh, wow. Okay, here's their diet.
That's an ad.
All right.
That's the ad. That's an ad in the article. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, to start optimizing your diet. Yeah. Yeah.
Plant-based.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they don't use, in that culture, they do not eat cheese. I don't hear no cheese on the Chinese menu, but I'm looking at an American menu, but I don't, you know, they do a lot of carbs.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Fish oil.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's something to look into a little bit, you know, just
No retirement.
Ooh, no retirement, because they working.
Often
Keep working.
Not retire, but keep working until a very old age so that they stay engaged and keep feeling useful and have goals and purpose. That's what I wanted to see. That
sound like some Elizabethan going on over there.
right.
They have a positive attitude towards
aging
and life in general. They are often upbeat people with a positive disposition.
This study,
their community, they have friends and people they look after or look after them. They stay away from unhealthy habits. They do not smoke and drink alcohol in moderation.
Good. You know how people are.
That don't mean they never did, though.
It said in moderation.
So they said they do not smoke and they drink alcohol in moderation. So they have no cigarettes going on in there. They probably smoke some weed or something, but they
got some in that pipe. I know they be having something in that pipe.
Yeah.
No, but really, there it is, Deitra, the deliberate, natural exercise.
Yeah.
Deliberate. I love it.
Natural exercise means that they get up, that they get exercise by their daily living activities, like walking a lot around their farm, tending their crops or animals, living on hilly terrain, or do a lot of walking because they don't have cars and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
I would change my life if I didn't have a car. Trust.
People are engaged in their community. They have friends and people they look after, or they look after each other. They take time for rest and tranquility. They often take an afternoon siesta, meditate, or practice Tai Chi or Qigong. You see, in some blue zones, like in Japan, they adhere to the 80-20 rule. They stop eating when 80% 80% full.
Satiated.
So before they are fully satiated. In most Western countries, people eat until they, stuff.
They
Okay,
hurt.
how do we know? How do we know when we 80% full? I don't have no little gauge on there. That don't take that one last bite.
Right.
It's,
Well, you know, we
when
know
you
when
still
we
pleasant
really
Sometimes
are
it has
hungry.
to do with.
when you
Sometimes
still
I
pleasant
think
with it.
I think sometimes it has to do with slowing down. Definitely
Mhm.
slowing down.
Mm-hmm.
Slowing down and chewing, and then by the time because I don't eat till I'm so full I can't do nothing. I stopped doing that back in my 20s when I realized that I'm miserable because I would eat, especially on the holiday. You eat that big
Ooh,
dinner, and then you
want to
still
come
go
back.
on and eat dessert. And then you eat another dessert and you just walking around there with a big, and I was like, oh, I feel miserable. I said, I'm gonna stop doing this. And I did.
Yeah.
We need to have our people over for dinner to help spread it around.
Queen, can you post this in WhatsApp?
Will be Kimmy.
Yeah, because I'll print this out.
It's my command.
Thank you.
See the miracle. You just got a miracle.
Ooh.
I think I saw Rev on the pop in. I don't see it. I mean,
Yeah, see, her name is here.
I have to switch my thing. Grand Rising Rev. Yeah.
Yeah.
Grand Rising, ladies, gentlemen, everybody.
Let me see.
And sisters, I'm sure that there's a blue zone in some other continents such as ours and the motherland and over here, because they necessarily don't. It depends on who's doing the survey and who's doing the study.
Yeah.
Because Haru's grandmother, and it's so funny because a lot of my friends are celebrating their grandparents and great grands. These people live in 90, 80. Grandma Ruby's 103 and still thriving. So, it all depends on who they're getting the information from and what they want to show, because we have people here who've done all those things. Because you'll meet the elder gentleman, they'll say I had one lady said, I have my drink first thing in the morning with my coffee. One young lady's senior, and some things, they'll say moderation.
I don't go over here before I'm supposed to. Please.
So yeah.
But I wish we would post or get information out there when we have people that are 100 years and older, so that we can talk about our blue zones. When we have things, we need to put things out there. That would be great. Yes, Sister Ebony.
So that posed my question for today. I'll be pondering things. So what are we deliberately doing to see our blue zones? What are we deliberately doing for ourselves to make sure that we are optimizing our health to get to those blue zones in life? So we can add to our survey and our.
Well, I can look at our Elizabeths and see that we gather, we take care of one another in immediate and extended ways. We have some type of mental exercise and practice and study. Reverend Omani has one of those ways that we do, that some of us do with the Course in Miracles. There's gatherings and retreats and meditative states that we do sometimes. We have movement.
Yes.
Study.
Thank you, Mama Hit.
Study.
Deetra's always bringing health and wellness, especially with Malik. No, not what's his name? That you study.
Yaki.
Yaki and other things that you bring in. Absolutely. And being creative, that's really important to stimulate your creativity and
create community
and then the
work.
balance of I was going to say with with Ebony, that community stand on top of what the world is doing.
Yes.
Yeah.
And thank you, Queen, for even bringing us together. You know, that's just powerful.
Yeah.
What did Reverend Omani talk about? Our mental, emotional, spiritual, and it's 4. Emotion, physical, mental, spiritual, and emotional health.
Good balance. Good balance.
Yes, having that balance. And Queen with the Lizzie's kitchen, make sure that the kitchen's always open.
Yeah, sooner or later it'll be open. I'm in the miracle stage.
It is.
Right.
How is it going with the shows? How is the shows going?
They haven't been going. Still working and creating. Still seeking God about what because I have a lot of ideas and stuff, but you know, seeking God about zooming in on what it should be, what he wants, you know, what's going to be the most impactful. And I'm spoiled with Elizabeth because the Holy Spirit is, you know, really runs this. And although I am so glad, we just talked about this the other day, I brought it up, that you know, my brother was staying upstairs in the kitchen because it's a loft up there. And so finally, he and my sister moved together because I needed the kitchen to do some things. Haven't done anything up there significant, lots of ideas, but it has not, it's a work in progress. It's a work in progress. And my first thing is clarity. So I'm not doing something and turn around, do something, and have to turn around and do something else. So God is providing, and we're still able to pay, even with my brother not paying what he was paying. We're still able to take care of things, the bills and such. And yeah, so I'm not discouraged at all. I am just in prayer and being patient, because there's other things that I need to do. And then upstairs, when it's hot, you know, the air conditioning and stuff does not work in there. So now that it's chilling out a little bit, yeah. But I got to do it before it gets so cold. Anyway, so there I am, and I'm at peace with that. You know, he's giving me ideas and putting it together. Yeah.
So the miracle in it all is you're preparing yourself for the miracle that's to come in the Lizzie's kitchen.
Right. And sharing with people, and you know, who is that right person or people. And so yeah. So we did do a few shows and stuff. Yeah. So my miracle is for me is the wait. Yeah, the waiting. Being patient, trusting, and just
I'm happy you said that. For me, I'm learning through the Course of Miracles just how the wait is the miracle. So when you just said that just clicked into me like, okay, that's your confirmation, girl. My test and my way to my blue zone right now is learning how to slow down. And really honoring myself in the slow down. and embracing what's the offer and the slow down. So I last night I took a moment with myself. I've been feeling things and my emotions got so I'm learning my emotions is a little mismatch right now.
Yeah.
Because I'm in a good space. I feel so good. I feel so at peace. But the other emotions that I'm feeling is not matching what I'm feeling right now. And I'm learning it's a purge right now. It's a clearing of the old backed up ones that's been inside of me. So last night I had a little way feeling, like really way heavy. Like I don't even want to call it what it felt like it was, because it wasn't. So what it told me, what I did instead of embracing the feeling like out in the open, I took me a spiritual bath yesterday.
Okay, good.
I sat in my honey and my salt and my roses and prayed my prayer of love, and just sat in there and let me feel what I was feeling in that. And in turn, I brought my Course in Miracle book, and I read. I'm like in the mud. I'm like in the tub. Like we not doing this. It's only Monday. We not doing this. And just had to get that, understand that the feeling was okay to be there, and talking to myself like, oh, this is a purge. This is a purge. This is a feeling you don't want to grab on or ride that way. This is the purge. This is the purge. And what I read was still the divine confirmation that I've had since probably Saturday and Sunday, was that I'm not alone. And oftentimes we take it upon ourselves to feel like we're alone when stuff, it comes with us, and we feel like we are the ones to take it on and to figure it out, knowing we can't figure it out, knowing we ain't got the answer, Sway. But we just have to, once we sit and those connections come, or you realize the connections was always there, and just let them do their thing, and you sit, because it's not about you moving towards the getting the accomplishment. It's about you sitting and allowing God to use what you already have around you to get the miracle accomplished.
Wow,
So
wonderful.
take more gratitude in yourself. And I learned that. And I was like, oh, here we go. This is why I was supposed to sit. This is why I was supposed to be and feel.
Wonderful, Sister Ebony. Wonderful.
That's where I'm going on my blue line. I'm be 100-something, like, because I was patient and I said, wait. I used to move. My moving is slowing down because the greatness causes me to sit and to be still.
Well, thanks for sharing that.
Yeah.
Well, I like that, in that, as we continue living, we say that we don't move a lot or not as fast and so much, and we blame it. I mean, it is on the body and the aging, but it's also the wisdom. That we don't have to do everything fast and speedy, and we can't sit back and wait on God. We can wait on the answer. Everything doesn't have to happen in an instant and stuff. It's also the wisdom of life, along with the aging. So I know I'll be here over 100 years. I mean, it's been prophesied. You're going to live a long, God said you're going to live a long life. Is what the prophet said. And then when I turned away from her and started walking, and Spirit said, now how you live it is up to you. So if you don't take care of your body, I done already told you, you're going to live a long life. So prepare for that. Even Kevorkian can't get you out of here. You know how Kevorkian will help you if you're ready to go? No. And if you try to commit suicide, you're just going to hurt yourself. And then
now it don't work.
So
your job is not done.
And that my visions will live. I will not see the completion of my visions because, you know, I'm planting whatever I'm supposed to do. And then the continuation, which is why it's so important about the heritage, and not just for your children, but for your community, and setting things up so that the work can continue, the creativity can continue, even as we move on and move to another location outside of Earth, you know, and yeah.
That's so dope.
Yeah, it's not about, because some of these sisters are 80 something, 90 years old, and they moving about, but their movement is more certain.
Right.
It's more certain.
Yes.
Yeah. Or what we say is more certain. That's why the elders say, oh, you know, I'm gonna say what I need to say, and you're gonna take it whatever way you're gonna take it. You know,
they don't care.
You know, it reminds me of that song Millie Jackson did, Damn It, I Had to Say It. You know, because it's so crucial that we honor how we feel there, you know, especially I remember one time when Mama Nell's sister Patricia was telling us about when her and Mama Ruby traveled. Mama Ruby was 98 or so, and she said they went to the airport, and you know, Grandma Ruby would go shop at the airport gift shop, because they had the little versions of, they had the smaller versions of lotion and everything. So she bought some things, and when she got to the check-in point, they told her you can't bring this. She said, "And why the hell did you let me buy it in the store right there? Why would they sell it in the store if I can't bring?" Auntie Pat said Grandma let the security guard, she let them have it. Like, there's no more holding back. I'm going to say how I feel, because it didn't make sense to her. You know, to most of us, it doesn't make sense. But and Pat said, Mom was just going off. You know, she's saying all the stuff that everybody probably wanted to say at any given moment, and here it is. You know,
right.
And you know, she didn't get in trouble, because the young man, I don't care what position they held, they wasn't going, you know, must have been taught right, because they didn't, you know, let Mom have it, because they could have said, "Look, woman," didn't do that. They stood there and just let her go, you know. And people saying that when we get 50, I'm half my age. That may be your truth, but I'm not saying that. I'm just, honey, when I got 50, I'm like, I'm just beginning, because 50 was like a whole new life. I was like, wow, this is amazing. You know, some women think about 40 and they're
about to fall apart.
Yeah, I met a young lady in Canada. She was getting ready to turn 40, and I'm all happy for her and stuff, because I'm on the other side of it, right? And she's all down, and so I told her I was gonna come back to see her, and she was like, okay. And she didn't believe me. And we went back through, and I went to go see her. She was like, wow, you really came? I said, I told you I was coming.
Right.
This is how 40 is. It's gonna surprise you and do things that you know that you say you're gonna do.
Amen. Amen.
But you know, we don't have to take these
40 in January.
Baby,
I'm like,
listen, that's preschool.
It's
That's
in between
preschool.
and something fierce.
I mean, I just turned 42. I remember my mother being scared of turning 40, because 40 is supposed to be over the hill. And I'm like, as I realized, okay, so my 30s was nothing more than the repeat of my 20s. So my 40s nothing but the repeat of my 30s. So I get to redo this all over again with more knowledge, that I get now. And what's interesting is that I am coming into powerful faces of women who are my age that have the knowledge that people on finances and everything, people, I want to say in their 50s and 60s used to have and keep to themselves. So now that we have it, we're sharing amongst each other, because we're trying to we are getting to different levels earlier than what our ancestors did, so that we can do what we need to do for these future generations. So yeah, I'm like, I'm not afraid of these numbers, because like they said, like Aaliyah said, age ain't nothing but a number. That's it.
That's right. And you know who got rocking chairs? And I'm gonna tell you,
Rising, ladies, Grand Rising.
yes, Grand Rising. Let me tell you who could have rocking chairs. You know, back in the day, you used to think of, you know, when you get older, you have the beautiful wraparound porch, and you and your friend are sitting in a rocking chair. Baby, these 80 and 90 years old are at parties, getting down, knees bent on the floor, bending down, still able to move. Like Deitra said, they're bending down on those. You also have elders out. Grandma Ruby used to take care of a 72-year-old woman. She's 89. She's 90 years old taking care of a 72-year-old.
Now I'm looking at that. I see some elder caregivers, not just be looking like,
baby,
you could be sitting down.
Listen.
Yeah.
Don't get it twisted. The one who got the rocking chair is the new mother, and that's who should have it, because that's good for your abs. Come on now. I'm telling you. That's for your abs.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, grandma don't have no rocking chair.
Grandma used to always say she was walking to calm her nerves. That was her way of calming her nerves.
Yes, that's true. This is true, but these are not your great grandparents. They different.
Yeah, and I'd like to say that the difference are all of that is attributed to that we are not only subject to our surroundings now. So now, because the internet, I mean, the world is at our just hit a button. You see people doing things all around the world, just like we just looked at that about the Japanese people and the blue. Yeah. So we have access. It's not that we wasn't going to share at our elders. They just didn't have the wherewithal to say and share with the whole world, or find out that there are other ways to live, and find out other ways to heal, and other ways other people think like you. Whatever you think, there's somebody else where you can get that information, because all of us, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, all of us, when we go researching, we go different places. Things hit. That's why we have such a variety on the show, because we can now research and find other people and other information that we can bring to the table or into our own lives and stuff, you know. So
this reminds me, you know, talking to my grandmother about 20 years ago. We were sitting down having a conversation, and she asked me, we were talking about sex. You know, believe me, that was an interesting conversation. But she said, "How are you not having all these children?" I said, "Grandma, it's ways you can do this without having children." She had 12 children. And she said, "You mean I could have chose not to have all these children if I didn't want to?" I was like, "Yes, the way you could have did it, Grandma." She was like, "Oh my God, I was having a child every year. Every 2 years, I was having children." I was like, "Grandma,
come on, Grandma.
I know. She laughed. Like, wow.
That's how you got here, Deitra.
Right? I know. I wouldn't have been here. We didn't do it.
Right.
I used to tell people would say, "How come you and Haru only got one baby?" I said, we always practice. Now we practice. I said, this the one I was able to get. Now this sometimes you get one, sometimes you get 4, sometimes you get, you know, sometimes the lifespan of a new life coming is not, you know, their spans are different. Sometimes you have children that are your womb babies.
Exactly.
Sometimes you have a space that prepares for a baby, but a baby doesn't come, you know. So I've had 4 different experiences. 2 were similar, and I'm thankful for all of them that I had. You know, this one was just a womb baby, you know.
Right. Okay. Yeah, it's funny because I'm like, you know, I better be, you know, I remember my sister-in-law, she said, "Deitra, be careful now, because you might think you can't have children, but you can, and it'll come if it can happen." You know, and I was like, you know, what she called it? She had a name for it when you're going through menopause, the some kind of baby. But she's like, oh
yeah, the one you think you're not. Is it the surprise baby? The one you think you're not able to have, and they come, baby, you ain't in control. The babies are saying, "Wait a minute, I think I can get in. I can slide in on this one. Let me slide in."
And what's funny is I'm eating healthy. My husband eating healthy. I'm like, we all crammed to be all
right.
So I'm
I think Dr. Sabi, a woman, was she 62? A woman got pregnant at 60 something, and she said she kept calling the Dr. Sabi, but he said, that's not my baby. But she would say because she ate, she did his plan, she had a baby at 60 something.
Yeah.
I know, listen. This
and a lot of men are having babies late. I had an uncle, he was almost 70, and our cousin right now is 16. we swore he couldn't have, he has a 16-year-old and he has a 9-year-old.
Yeah, I don't think men have late. I don't think men have late lateness.
Okay, because men be having babies late.
Yeah, if the soil is fertile,
baby,
they go plant.
If the seed can just breathe just a little bit,
that's all it got to do.
Right.
That soil grab it.
Listen, because yes, I believe that's what happens with the egg. It'll grab the semen that's planted on it. It'll grab it and pull it in. Get in here. Have you all? There's a movie. They did a cartoon of how women get impregnated. It was called "She Hate Me." They had a cartoon within the movie that talked about, how the sperm, they be running and they be beating each other up. I'm gonna be the one, and then just to be able to see that whole and how they presented it was really cute. The movie is quite a trip.
Okay, I'm sure.
But it was that cartoon. I probably could find the clip, but I'm gonna go ahead and look for it. But that scene was hilarious.
Look, Queen.
I love that movie.
It was good.
I love that movie. I love that movie.
Business. We need to.
Y'all need to see that movie. That movie's a trip. I love that movie. I love it. Love it. Love it.
What'd you say? Oh, okay. I got it.
She Hate Me.
I'll check it out.
I would call it. If you look it up on YouTube for the scene to see if they broken it up, I would call it the sperm scene.
Okay, I'm gonna do the I got the trailer at least.
Oh, okay.
Start with that.
Hey, I don't know if
lolly.
Louisiana lolly.
Yeah, Louisiana lolly.
You see this crease between my eyebrows?
Yes, sir.
That comes from worry. You're not going to deepen the crease, are you?
That phone call, bad idea.
Possible insider trading.
I can't let you through.
Is this it?
It is. That's what I'm saying. It's a scene.
I'm still vice president.
You were vice president.
Your account is frozen.
What?
Your account assets everything. Give me my money.
Hey, Jack. Hello, Jack.
What the hell are you doing here?
I want you to be the father of my child. Alex and I, we're feeling maternal.
Try a sperm bank.
Please, that is like shopping for Gucci at Walmart.
You're lesbians, right?
We're business women. We'll pay you.
I can't do this.
You just got canned. And your current net worth is somewhere between 0 and the gross national debt. I know how to increase your cash flow.
Have you lost your damn mind?
Willing to pay $10,000 each. Sold.
Knocking up a bunch of lesbians? That's some freaky shit.
You are a cash cow.
What's this I hear about you making babies?
I'm gonna do it. Go ahead, make me a baby.
Whoa. Sex and scandal always make front page news.
Survival makes a person do things they know in their heart is wrong.
You're under arrest.
Is it true that you accepted large cash payments from lesbians to impregnate?
I'm not proud of what I did, but that has nothing to do with why we're here.
The only thing I'm guilty of is whistleblowing, and that's not a crime.
I don't know what the future holds, and I don't know.
Okay.
Oh yeah, they didn't show. That's why I said look up when you go to look up the trailer. Look up the cartoon, the sperm scene from She Hate Me, because somebody, I'm sure some. Pardon me. What'd you say?
Try impregnation or what scene would they call that?
Sperm scene.
I don't think they'll call it the sperm scene, but you can try.
I think they would, Danielle. Why not? Why not?
Because the little clip I seen remind me of Look Who's Talking. Like back in my
Yes.
day,
Yes.
Look Who's Talking.
I mean, you could search all kinds of ways to find it. You have to be very. Oh, here it is. Oh, Mama, you just got it. That's it. This is it. This is it. Let's go. Got it. Did they call it the sperm scene?
Yep.
There's nothing wrong with sperm, shoot.
I didn't look at it. Get back.
Oh my God, this is gonna be.
Exhausted.
Oh no. Oh.
Tired. Tired.
Oh boy.
Oh, that was.
Wasn't that funny? Oh my goodness. Yeah. So yeah, it was amazing. Just to watch that scene was really, really hilarious.
It's amazing what goes on in our bodies, how all that works. Woo.
Yeah. And somebody said, you know, when you could see them fighting inside. Like, I'm the best one. I'm the one that I'm the best one of all the possibilities. I won the race because I'm here. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay. But Look Who's Talking was a very good it was a very good analogy also of the visual was really good. So thank you, Queen, for being open. Yeah, Mama Head is real raw. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm gonna call
I
it.
like this
That's
one
what
better.
it's
I want to go watch it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go watch it this weekend. Thank you very much.
It's a very enlightening movie and eye-opening too. A lot of the things that we have not a clue what happens. You know, my girlfriend was telling me that, and we've shared this before, that doctors they make their money on the pharmaceutical investments that that they invest in the pharmaceutical companies. That's where my girlfriend's brother was a doctor, and she shared that he told her that, shared that with her. But we call people drug dealers, and our pharmacists, they come in, they pull up in the doctor's office with a suitcase.
They sure do.
And say, hey, we got this
drug
that does this, that, and the other, and we would like to know if you would like to use it. And then they come with all these ink pens, notepads. I mean, they got all kinds of gifts. You get all kinds of incentives. Those are the little ones that I know about. No telling what else. You know, you push this drug, and it's something that they have put on the market or tested, but sometimes they may not have gone through with the testing fully. And they say, "Oh, we're gonna put it out there anyway." That's what Catwoman was about with Halle Berry. About a product that was brought out that wasn't fully researched, or they just put it out enough to get people hooked to start using it, and women's faces started cracking, and I was like, oh my goodness.
Oh, I have to check that out. I never.
Yeah, that's what Catwoman with Halle Berry was about. If I'm not, yep. But this one is about the drug companies and how they'll find a scapegoat to tell a different story on to distract you from, you know, this drug is not safe. And the doctor was telling them that, and they went on and put it out there anyway, and they didn't care. The money makers didn't care.
They make money still, yep.
Mama had, I watched a movie a few weeks ago about Oxycontin or something on Netflix. And they was using like little girls and young ladies to sell the Oxycontin to the doctors. And it was literally killing people.
Yeah.
From the inside out. I said, oh, is this real? Like, is this really what because I don't know about pills and those things, but if that's what it's doing, I can understand how America got so hooked and the addiction went so rapid because it was supposed to heal pain, then it turned into a party drug.
No, it doesn't. That medication doesn't heal pain; it subdues pain, and so you keep subdues it, so you don't feel it because it doesn't heal. It just but people don't realize that there's inflammation with pain. Your body's telling you something wrong, but you're just trying to feel good and not looking at the cause as to why you have pain. You know, you just want to feel better, but you get addicted to what's making you feel better. That's how that whole OxyContin situation happened, and the reason why they went on the war on drugs and everything recently, because it was the white people that was getting their stuff messed up with this pain medication. That's why you have these pain centers and pain management and everything, but you don't ever look for the source of the pain.
They're still subscribing it. They are still using this crap still to this day,
because there's money with it. There's money with rehab. There's money with trying to get you. It's not a cure, because it's like the problem is you got addicted to the drug. So there's a whole system behind it that
it's amazing how people would pay money to get the drug. You get a prescription, then people will pay you money, top dollar, to get a pill or whatever. I'm just like, wow. People was making money on those pills, not even taking it for themselves, you know.
All three ways. They're making money three ways: rehabilitation, the drug itself, and the black market. It might be more. And then when that happened, they got support. I was riding behind a van yesterday. It was a OxyContin rehab bus. They fund, you know, when we had the crack addiction, we didn't get support for our folks.
Right.
You know, we got sent to jail. These people they're getting help and support.
It depends on. It really depends on what insurance you had. Because my dad was a drug addict and got addicted. And I remember him being in and out of rehab all the time. He never went to jail. He was always in and out of it, but then he worked at the plant too. So you got plant money, got insurance. If you have insurance, we can bill your insurance and put you in and out of rehab as many times as much. But if you don't have the good insurance, if you got like the Medicaid, then you ain't got no money because they ain't got nobody to bill. So they throw you in jail because they make more money with you in jail. That's how that.
And see, crack wasn't a medication. That wasn't a prescribed medication either.
Right.
That wasn't supported. That was flown in because that was brought into our communities by the same people that put us in jail for it.
Right.
Because we weren't growing the opium.
Have another trailer.
Okay.
New subject. Same subject. New subject. This is for Reverend Omani.
Okay. We got show and tell.
Well, I guess I have to fix it so I can show it.
Thank you for finding that, Queen. That was awesome.
Mm-hmm. Rev, this is Yes Day.
If there's one thing I've learned from being a mom, it's that parents and kids always disagree on one thing.
No!
Rules.
But saying no 50 times an hour? No, absolutely not. Nope on a rope. It's part of the job.
But all of that is about to change.
Have you heard about Yes Day? It's this new thing where parents say yes to everything their kids ask for 24 hours.
Radical! How am I just hearing about this?
Well, Yes Days are like fun, and mom and dad are like fun killers.
We are plenty fun.
We used to say yes to everything.
We can be fun again.
Really?
Let's do this! Arriba!
It's Yes Day! Who's ready for Yes Day?
Ellie wants to do your hair and makeup.
I have a vision.
Yes. I'm glad you're using your watercolors.
Windows down!
What?
What do we do? One word, 2 letters, and oh.
Windows down!
This is gonna be awesome!
Charge! You are going down!
See, I'm not always a fun killer.
There's no way you guys are gonna make it throughout the whole day.
Oh.
Ooh, you okay, Daddy?
I hate to be a party pooper, but I'm done.
Are you going home?
I can't believe I let you fool me into thinking that you changed.
I hear myself when I'm with the kids and I think I wouldn't even hang out with me.
If we want Yes Day to make a difference, we need to go all in.
I need to win this gorilla for my kids.
You're going down, lady.
I did it! I want the gorilla!
Stand still, please.
Oh, can I do that again?
Get ready for some fun!
What is happening?
That seems funny.
Oh, I like that. I've seen that movie. I like that concept, but I like the Yes Day for either the woman or for the man, where whatever you want, you get it. Where there was a TikTok trend about 2 years ago where it's like, okay, whatever you want to do, we do it. We go to Target. You get to spend whatever you want to spend. You go get whatever your favorite drink is. You get just whatever you want for a whole day, you get it. I like that concept.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
it seems dangerous.
But see, you know what? Here's the thing. We've been told no or excuses for like whatever. You can't have this or you can't have this right now. But what does it look like to have a day to just have whatever you want fulfilled without no questions whatsoever?
I like that concept, but I really think that's the thing you may need to do for yourself, because the other person has to be willing to. I think that's
willing and able.
Yeah, myself. A Yes Day to myself. Yes.
Reverend Omani, why did you want to see the Yes Day?
Oh, you know what, Rev? She wasn't here last week.
Right.
Were you going to talk, Rev?
Oh, Yes Day. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Your yes.
Rev was talking about, and I had brought up this movie that she was no to everything. No. And yeah, so that I wanted to, and I had mentioned about the movie where the parents were they weren't yes when they were young and stuff, but then when they had children, it was no, 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 no. And then like that yes day. So that's why I played it, because it was a fun yes day.
Okay, thank you, Queen. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Being open to the possibilities. Being open to all possibilities.
Yeah, so it wasn't something, it was just a fun thing to show you when they were saying yes to everything. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fun.
Rev's sitting there like, what? It's about me? Did I miss something?
I know, right? And then Deidre was like, I mean, then Deidre, I said, come tell me, like, what you want from me? I'm gonna tell you something. Since the retreat, I had a meeting last night. Yesterday, I was in my just being with myself all day, you know, just getting my molecules got rearranged, trying to see where I was at. It's sort of like I'm noticing I'm sort of like that today. It's like, what are you asking me? What? It's like I'm here, but I'm not here.
Okay.
Experience of myself. I'm here, but I'm not here.
I feel you. I've been feeling that for the last week.
Yeah.
Here, I'm like, am I really here, or I'm at somewhere else? You know, I'm not. My body is here, but I don't know.
Oh yeah.
My mind is not.
Yeah, I'll show up. I think I'm gonna try to go get me a watermelon before the season is over. I mean, the season is over, but I'm gonna give me one last one.
That sounds real good. I can't find one with seeds. I want one with seeds.
Oh my God, Myers has seeded watermelons and Kroger has seeded watermelons.
Oh, good. Okay, I'm gonna go back there today.
Yeah, because those are the only kind I eat. So Myers and Myers and Kroger.
Okay, good. I'm going.
Do you all know what watermelon seeds are good for? They're the natural Viagra.
But that's not why I'm trying to get them, but okay.
So one good thing you could do with watermelon seeds, you can actually, if you have a really good high-speed blender, you could put them in a smoothie. Blend them up, actually dry them out and blend them up and make a powder. And that could be a powder that can go in your smoothies. Save your seeds, like papaya seeds. Papaya seeds are natural, a natural detox for your gut. It will actually a laxative. So save your papaya seeds, because that's a natural laxative right there. Watermelon seeds. Like the seeds actually have some really good nutrients to them. You just gotta know how to use them. If you get organic citrus, organic oranges, save your peels. You can dehydrate them, put them in a high-speed blender, turn it into a powder. Now you got natural vitamin C powder. Like we don't have to
have a hydrator. Can you use the oven, Danielle?
Yeah, if you use an oven, the setting is like 175, under 200. Under 200 for like maybe 15, 20 minutes, it will act as a dehydrator. Like 175, 200. Get yourself some mason jars. You can make your own supplementals.
Yeah, that's good to know. Thank you.
That is good.
I'm so glad to have you guys on this morning. At least I can get some cleaning up done.
Danielle, are you cleaning up or cleaning out? Which one are you doing? Or are you doing both?
I'm cleaning up because I've been so busy and things have gotten busy. So where I'm at, I don't have a washer dryer here. So either when I go to certain people's houses for meetings, I bring a load over. But I discovered that my aunt, who I take care of 3 times a week, has a laundry room. We just never used it. So I figure if I gotta sit with you for 2 hours, I'm gonna get a load done. So I did some laundry Sunday, and I need to wash my comforter, but there's so much stuff on my comforter. The stuff's gotta go somewhere. So I'm seeing like what extra I need to move to make this room situation functional. And it's just more like little storage space. So it's coming together, but I gotta clean off the bed to get the comforter, to watch the comforter. So when I go and spend time with her, I be multitasking.
Of course.
I remember when I got my first apartment, I would take boxes and drop cloth or towels on top of them. Meanwhile, the box could be full of things and used as storage and look like furniture at the same time. I thought I would do that because I didn't like to dust. So I was like, I'm not going to have a lot of furniture. Baby, the towels collect dust too. You're not going to get out of it ever.
Yeah, you're not going to get away from it. No.
Please stop and stop. Please stop.
Well, I love the moo dress you doing it in, Danielle. I think that's what they call it.
Moo.
That's so beautiful.
This is my dashiki, like, and it's funny because it came apart, so it's like a little revealing. So I'm trying not to be revealed, but yeah, this is how I like to just hang out, chill, do spa services on myself. I love me a good dashiki, but I do like a good moo too. I don't know, you just feel royal doing housework. My mom used to wear moo all the time, and I just didn't realize what she was doing until now. I get it.
Yeah, my mama wore them all the time. That's why I was like, I knew what that was.
Oh, you got your Elizabeth shirt on. I wore mine yesterday. The lip bar has had a contest because they now are in 3,000 CVS stores. So they want you to go find a CVS, find a display at CVS and take a selfie in front of their products with the hashtag. It's hashtag lip bar and hashtag lip bar at CVS. They're doing a $3,000 giveaway. So my picture's already up. But it took me, I went to 2 stores in CVS and in Detroit and didn't find the display. And when I came home from Troy, I found of all places, I found the display in Troy. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take the opportunity to get this selfie. The store manager came up on me and be like, what are you doing? You have a letter. And I was like, I went to Instagram. I was like, here's my letter right here. The CEO of this bar, take a selfie. Yeah. Don't get my selfie, damn it. Thank you.
It's something to support the store. What the heck are you? Why are you questioning me what I'm doing?
Because it did look interesting because I had my tripod and my phone and you see me down in the pose and everything. And she was like, but I'm like, it's just the way that she came at me. And I was like, well, Melissa Butler of of the Lip Bar on Instagram told me to do this. So now what?
I know that's right. Thank you, Danielle. Thank you for doing that. I love it. Danielle done set up the studio. Like, what you doing, lady?
No, because I always, that's my travel tripod. I always keep my tripod on me because what they say, everything is content. You never know the moment where you need to do something. I was tired last night. I was ready to go home when I saw the CVS on 15 and John R. I was like, let me see if they have it here because it's $3,000 on the line. So for $3,000, yes, I will get my ass out and take a picture and a selfie.
Come on with it now.
Come on. Money. So yeah, that's all I'm saying.
Okay.
And those that don't have it, I'm like, excuse me, where's your lip bar display? Get it out of the back. You want me to set it up? Get it out.
You know, one store I did ask, which is right down the street from the shop, and she said that they're closing in October. So that's why they don't have it.
That ain't got nothing to do with it. Where's your display? Damn it. Get your display out here. I don't care if you're closing tomorrow. Get that display up.
But that was a fun one. That was kind of fun. Doing that picture, and they only got 2 hashtags. I was like, oh, throw some money up in there. People get a little excited. Forget about social media anxiety. Let me take a selfie.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love it. And this is the same woman who was told, what did they call them?
Colorful cockroaches.
Colorful cockroaches.
And that's supposed to be an industry term in the cosmetic industry. I remember seeing that episode. I was at MGM not MGM, Motor City Hotel watching Shark Tank when I saw that. And when I saw that, I immediately when I saw that episode of Shark Tank, I immediately went on Instagram. I was like, where they located, where they at, and that's when they had the store over in West Village, over on Palmer and Van Dyke. I used to live over there. And I was like, I left that hotel. I went right over there. That was my first time at the Lip Bar. I surely did brought out my budget, whatever, spend the money I had. I was like, I'm supporting. And I've been supporting the Lip Bar ever since. I used to be a MAC girl. That was the thing. You get in makeup, you're gonna go to MAC. But when when I saw that the price for MAC was the same price as the Lip Bar, I have not been to the MAC counter since. Yep. I've been supporting the Lip Bar, everything, my makeup, almost all my makeup and everything that I do, it has been the Lip Bar because it's, you know, it's Black owned, it's Black woman owned, it's vegan, it's all the checklist of everything that I believe in. And when you find a product and find a vendor that you absolutely love, I have no problems somebody telling me, hey, I'm wearing the Lip Bar. You can go here, you can go to Target, you go to Meijer, you go to Walmart, you can go to the store. I like going to the store. And you know they have makeup parties. We can go have a makeup party and get our makeup.
Her bus is parked. Her bus that she used to have is parked. I mean, her bus that she has is parked on Pallister, where we got picked up for our Idlewild trip. I don't know if
you know what. That's the corporate office because that's the corporate office. I've been to the corporate office for what you call it, product reviews. When you get to try a product out before it comes, test it out and tell them whether they like it or don't like it. I've done that with them before. So the corporate office is pretty dope when the magic happens. I'm like, oh, okay. I just like the fact that she came home. She went to school, went and got her degree in finance, and you came back and brought your business back home. You didn't stay where you was at and started something new. You brought it back home to Detroit. And that's one of the things I love about her. And
what were you saying about the cockroaches? I missed that.
So on Shark Tank, when the Lip Bar did their presentation, the sharks or the investors, one of them told them that they were colorful cockroaches. And it's a cosmetic term. It's a cosmetic term.
It's called you're saying the industry term.
It's a cosmetic industry term.
Right.
Meaning his thing was, this is full circle. His thing was, if a person has so many choices like a Maybelline, L'Oreal, and all them can go through the drugstore and just pick up anything out of the drugstore, what made your product different from something that somebody can go spend at the drugstore? And here it is, almost 12, 13 years later, they're in the freaking drugstore. That's full circle. That is so full. I just realized that is so full circle right now. That is so powerful because they weren't in the drugstore. You had to either go to the flagship store in Detroit or order their product online. Their products were only really sold online. They just started getting into the big box, what they call, when you deal with Walmart and the big box, big box stores. But they made their money and their popularity online. So that's something to really think about, being a small business, having something online. Eventually you can get your stuff into the big box stores, but people will come out, and you have a good product, people will come out and support you even online.
Right.
That ties in. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say that ties into what Deitra's theme was today about longevity and lasting. How do we have longevity?
I didn't realize that. I mean, I'm just sitting here thinking about, it's been about 13 or 14 years since that happened. And they're actually in the same drugstore that the shark was like, who's gonna buy your stuff if they have a drugstore option? I was like, damn.
Danielle, I was trying to find you on Instagram. I didn't see your
That's why you didn't find her.
It's my name, Danielle, DANYE.
Okay, I went
_ Claxton, CLAXTON.
Okay.
Deidre, I love it that you got up and stretched.
I feel better. Thank you.
Do you see me now?
No, I'm looking it up now. Danielle. What's your last name again? Saxton?
Claxton.
Okay.
CLAXTON.
Okay, let's see if you there. If I see it. Okay, let's see. It's a few people out here.
focus. Oh, I like these exercises. I love these people that are posting exercises for different needs. I can't get enough of them. I'm like, oh boy.
Now you do have your folder set up where you can just save it, save it for later. I got so many folders.
I had so much saved in there. I just emptied it out. Yep. I
don't ever empty out my folders. I got stuff in there for years, but I got food. I love my travel folder. My travel folder is like every time I see somewhere new to go, oh, you know what, we're gonna add that. Or like new restaurant, something to try in Chicago or Atlanta. Oh, I got lists. I got trips itineraries already ready based off of videos of other people. Oh, okay. So when I get to Chicago, I need to try this restaurant, that restaurant. We need to go over here. Oh, God, yeah. I'm like, I like the fact they allow us to actually save this stuff. I really, really do. Did you find me, Deitra?
You know what? It has Daniel Claxton with numbers and stuff next to him.
No, look.
Yeah, you got to be careful of those bot pages.
I'm trying to where my camera is. I don't know where my camera is. There we go. Okay. Is Danielle my name? Danielle _ Claxton.
_ Claxton. Okay. I'm spelling Danielle wrong. That's one thing I'm doing wrong. Okay, I got it. Thank you. I'm gonna look.
Because I know I'm easy to find. I'm like, wait a minute. Well, you can't find me? I want people to find me. Ooh.
Oh, my girlfriend discovered a watermelon. It's called a yellow watermelon. But is that GMO or because I don't see?
Oh, that's natural. That's natural.
Well, where the seeds at? I don't see no seeds.
Oh, I see you.
You see me in front of
they were first grown in Africa about 5,000 years ago.
Yeah.
Breeding to produce red watermelon. Yes, yellow watermelons were around before red watermelons. Okay, all right. Teach me. They're full of vitamins A and C because its yellow color is richer in beta carotene and antioxidants that protect the eyes. I've never seen a yellow watermelon. That's beautiful. It's pretty. I think the seeds are the same color. That's why I can't see them.
I'm surprised the seeds are the same. Yellow too. Oh, wow. Interesting.
I got another share here.
What you got, Queen?
And blow your mind here.
I'm ready. Oh, wow, look at her. Oh, here. Little puppy.
Even accept cash anymore.
Yeah, they are starting to set up reverse ATMs that quickly turns cash into a prepaid debit card to be used on the fly. And Dre Clark explains from New York City. Dre, I've never heard of this. Mitch has never heard of this. What's it about?
You know, cash is really still king, but reverse ATMs are definitely the way of the future as more businesses look for ways to go cashless. Here at Madison Square Garden in Midtown Manhattan, they already have machines inside the arena that can actually convert your cash into a debit card here. Now here you can see exactly how it works. You load money into a kiosk like you see here, and within seconds, you can get a receipt confirming your conversion and a prepaid active card. Many of the prepaid cards are either MasterCard or Visa, and you can use them anywhere where those cards are accepted. Some kiosks may actually charge you a $5 fee for the card. Meanwhile, amusement parks, fast food restaurants, and many professional sports venues are already using the cash to card kiosks, and you'll start seeing more of them in airports and on college campuses. So yeah, guys, it's relatively new, but here in New York City and other places around the country, this is the way of the future.
Growing number of businesses will not even accept cash anymore.
Yeah, they are starting to set up reverse ATMs that quickly turns cash into a prepaid debit card to be used on the fly. And Dre Clark explains from New York City. Dre, I've never heard of this. Mitch has never heard of this. What's it about?
You know, cash is really still king. But
so you know what, Sheila? I know that was really big during the pandemic. The Detroit City Ordinance just put an ordinance in yesterday, because I was watching the news with my client, that Detroit businesses have to accept cash starting yesterday because of the the people who don't have bank accounts. So starting yesterday, if you have a business in Detroit, you have to have accept cash. But they did, they just did it yesterday.
Just piggybacking on the discussion, we were watching some video from Europe where the banks don't even take cash anymore. So a lady came up with a little bank bus that she does where she takes cash from people in exchange. She accepts cash deposits because the banks aren't accepting cash in Europe, in some European countries. And it's like, wow, So yeah, because I remember they were saying we're not taking any coins and blah, blah, blah. But I haven't seen any business that weren't taking cash unless there was a challenge with, I've only seen where they weren't able to take the debit cards, when the machines are crap. Excuse me, it's crap. Because I think Cash App this weekend, Cash had a little bleep this weekend.
Yeah, Cash App went bleep this weekend. But you know what? To be truthfully honest, just from a safety standpoint, there is a benefit. One benefit to not having cash is the fact that you can't be robbed because you ain't got no cash. Everything is digital. It's a disadvantage for the person that's all they use is cash. But from a safety feature, you ain't heard too many people want to been trying to take the cash register because there is no cash register. Like,
what about people get their cars stolen? Your cars can be stolen and used.
True.
And then people are still skimming, so you got to watch out. You do have to watch out for that. That's skimming, and that's one of the reasons why I use the tap so much, because you can't skim a tap. You can skim a card because they put a fake detachment on ATMs, fake detachment on the gas, gas lines and everything like that. So when you slide your card and you think you're sliding it on the real thing, they even got the fake slider on top of, you go to the liquor store or something like that, they found the fake skimmers on top of that. So I tap everything. I got all my cards on my phone and I just bloop, 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 or on my watch, just bloop, 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 because they ain't figured out a way to scam you on the tap. But I rarely use cards. I just had a situation with my uncle where I had to pay rent and I wanted to make sure I paid rent on time, but I didn't want to use my Cash App. Not that Cash App wasn't working, I just didn't want to use it. And I was like, okay, do you have Apple Pay? I don't have Apple Pay. But we went through this whole thing. I was like, forget it. You're gonna get Apple Pay today. So I sent it to him through Apple Pay because he's got a iPhone. And he spent majority of the rest of the day figuring it out. The next day he comes back to me, he's like, I'm so sorry that I put up such a fuss about setting up the Apple Pay. I didn't realize it was this easy to use. And I was like, it's just another way of actually sending and receiving money. But I made sure I was a woman of my word and made sure my rent was paid on the day that it was paid. Now it was up to you to figure out how to get it. Like, I wasn't gonna go through the argument of trying to help you he figured out how to set it up. So I'm like, there you go.
I have a question. So when you're using the term skim, are you talking about scanning those QR codes?
No, skim. When I say skim, it's called skimming. So you know how you go to the store, you know how when we go to Shake Shack and you use your card to pay for it, there are fake, like they put this apparatus on top of the payment system and you think it looks just like the regular payment system, but when you scan the card, your card is not going to the restaurant or the store that you're at. Your card information is going to somebody, a hacker's or somebody else's holding spot, and that's how they get your credit card numbers and information like that, and they use that, like, wow. And I've had people.
Okay, Danielle, I'm not understanding. Okay, the term skimming means that it's an overlay of another. Are you sliding the card, tapping the card? What's the skim action?
No, you're sliding. You're sliding.
When you push in? Or this piece, the one that's like this, where you slide it through?
Where you slide it through.
Okay, that's because I've seen they're saying that places are also, scammers are putting a QR code on top of the one that goes to the store, and it's going to their thing instead of the store.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just wanted to know what the term. I just needed a visual of what skimming was. I'm thank you. I just need to clear a visual.
Skimming. Check this one out.
Smart TV platform was actually abused the browser to the extent that we could actually gain access.
Wait a minute, how far? You watch your TV, but with this hack, your TV can watch you. Show us how that works.
So one of the things that we were able to do with the Smart TV platform was actually abuse the browser to the extent that we could actually gain access to the camera that's built into the TV.
Right.
And so what we can prove here is that with a little bit of extra code, we can turn the camera on in your browser.
Wow.
And while this is evident to you right here because we've designed it that way, this is something that we can do invisibly and actually have the camera running behind the web page that you're looking at.
So what this means is I could be sitting here watching TV from my bedroom, and you could be anywhere in the world looking at this image of me watching.
Yep, I could be sitting on a laptop in a cafe in Paris, and as long as I have a network connection, I'd be able to get into your TV and access the camera.
The kind of scary things about it is that it doesn't actually give any indication that the camera's on, and there is no little LED that shows up when the camera's on. So it could actually be watching you and you never even know.
What is a smart TV, and why is it a playground essentially for hackers?
Right. It's a computer. So instead of just being, a tube and some other electronics, now it has a web browser and it has, a lot of devices were running Linux.
But the real danger is when people start using smart TVs for things like online banking, we can take a popular bank address and translate that into a different IP address to a site that directs to a site that we control. So it may look like your bank's login, but you're actually entering a username and password that goes to us instead of your bank.
You watch your TV, but with this hack, your TV can watch you. Show us how that works.
So one of the things that we were able to do with the Smart TV platform was actually abuse the browser to the extent that we could actually gain access to the camera that's built into the TV.
Right.
And so what we can prove here is that with a little bit of extra code, we can turn the camera on in your browser.
Wow.
And while this is evident to you right here because we've designed it that way, this is something that we can do invisibly and actually have the camera running behind the web page that you're looking at.
So what this means is I could be sitting here watching TV from my bedroom, and you could be anywhere in the world looking at this image of me watching.
Yep, I could be sitting on a laptop in a cafe in Paris, and as long as I have a network connection, I'd be able to get into your TV and access the camera.
The kind of scary things about it is that it doesn't actually give any indication that the camera's on, and there is no little LED that shows up when the camera's on. So it could actually be watching you and you never even know.
Then that's something.
It is something. It's too.
Yeah, I was just wondering, are they only able to see through that little circle where the camera is? Because can we block the camera and them not see, or the whole screen is able to watch?
Well, it said they can tap into the camera.
So that's just the. So I could close
that other thing of covering your camera.
It's kind of like a piece of tape up there. But that's if you use the smart TV, like the apps in the smart TV. If you have a third party, what is it? Not browser. I'm trying to think of the name of it. Because like I use Apple TV. So Apple TV, Apple already has, top-notch security with the firewalls and everything. So if I'm looking at Netflix, my Netflix app is through Apple TV. It's not through the TV itself. If you use the Roku and everything through the TV, then that's where you might have some trouble because there's no security there. And most people don't think about the security. So you got to think about the type of browser that you're using and whether your browser is secure or your devices have, the firewall to block that. Most PC ran stuff does not have that security. That's why you have to have that extra, McAfee and all that. I haven't used McAfee in years, but you know what I'm saying? But if you have something like a Roku or an attachment, the Fire Stick, all of that, that won't happen. But if you're using the apps directly through the TV, you're open source. You're just open. That's what they don't tell people. It's like you don't have the right security to stop that. They scare you, but if you have the right security, then you're okay. You okay, Mama? I see you scratching your head.
Oh no, I'm just sending messages.
Yeah, just the world, and they even showed where the woman is purchasing from her hand. She put it on the thing. So the whole thing about, you know, putting the numbers or whatever.
A chip.
Yeah, the chip. Thank you. Yeah. She put it, they demonstrated, she put her hand down and she was able to purchase whatever she wanted.
That's interesting. Wow.
Oh yeah, they've been doing that for a while. Like there's whole office buildings that would give you access to stuff if you have the chip and that rice green chip. That's been happening for a hot second. It hasn't made it mainstream yet, but it's been happening.
And what about the RDI chip? I know they have wallets that have protection against that, because when you walk by, your purse goes by a register, it can pick up and snatch your little information and have you buying stuff you didn't know you were buying.
Right. Yeah, but I also heard you could put a piece of copper in your wallet.
Okay, great. That's good to know, because I got
a piece of copper, or you don't want to put any magnets in there because magnets
will deactivate. Yeah.
But you could put. I don't know. I don't even know how I know all this stuff. Maybe it's years of just rolling. You're like, oh yeah, you can do this, you can do that, you can do that. I'm like, damn, why do I know this stuff?
Well, thanks for sharing, Danielle. Ooh.
You're welcome. Thanks for listening, Deitra.
Just unplug that TV when you ain't watching it, for one thing. Unplug it.
What is it?
Leave the TV on. They just leave them on and idle. Turn it off. Unplug.
Right.
So I did find out some information. So I did find out the questions that were asked about the trip. Deitra, you know about Sheila's birthday trip?
I heard about it. The spa.
The all-inclusive resort.
Oh no, I do not.
I'm gonna pull it up. I was waiting on around this time. So
Yeah, would you ladies like to share about the trip?
Yeah, I can. Just give me a second. I gotta get the chair ready to sit down.
BRB. Be right back. Okay. I think.
Grand Rising, Sister Star.
Grand Rising.
Because I wanted to sit down. There we go. Okay. Did you pull up the picture, Sheila?
I'm working on it.
So I talked to our travel agent yesterday. Her name is Janet Bell. And she's just waiting. What she's waiting for, so I can put it on the website. But she's waiting for the contract through the travel portal that she uses. So she's waiting for that to get all that together. And then I'm working on the other end of getting the website together. But I think we're there for it's January 31st through February 5th. It's all inclusive. It's an all-inclusive spa resort. So we got junior suites with queen size beds, and everything is all inclusive, including airfare. So it is $1,310 per person. Passports are required. Once we get the link to put down deposits, it's $100 to put down your deposit, and you create your own payment plan that works for you. I know the one that works for me is $245 a month until January. That works for me. Transportation is included from the airport to the resort. And for those of us who have friends and family coming in from out of town, they will have to contact Jan for a different change of rate than what's here, because it all depends on the flights of where they're flying in from. We will all meet at the same place at the same time. She was scheduled it so that we will all meet at the same place at the same time. And if we don't, they still have free transportation from the airport to the hotel. Passports are required. She says, do not wait till the last minute to get your passport. So what is that? Thank you. If you don't have a passport, do it now. If your passport expires in 6 months, go and get a new one now. Point blank, period. She also says, as far as there is no COVID restrictions as of now, so we have to watch and see what happens. And she said to avoid that, she suggests that everybody purchase travel insurance. It's about $110 extra, but the travel insurance that she suggests that we get is that if anything happens to the trip, if anything happens to you, if you get sick, if somebody passes away and you can't go and the insurance will guarantee that you get all your money back in cash, period. So, that's an add-on. And she says she has people all the time that don't do the add-on because they don't want to add the extra money, but something happens. And then, because otherwise you'll get your trip back, but you get your trip back in a credit instead of cash. So travel insurance also covers you a little bit extra. If something happens to you and you get sick while you're on the trip or something like that, you have extra insurance to cover you, cover your bags, cover everything. So the travel insurance is optional. I know I plan on adding it on to my bill because anything can happen. But we're planning a beautiful sit-down dinner to honor Queen Aduni. We got the beaches. So if you look at the resort on Instagram, it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. And I know by February we're gonna be ready to get up out of here.
And it's the Caribbean.
It's the Caribbean. And it's the Cancun. We're in Cancun.
Mm-hmm.
Cancun, Caribbean.
Mm-hmm.
Cancun, Caribbean.
Mm-hmm. 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 Okay.
But thanks for sharing that. Thank you.
So, ladies, if you get your passport, if you apply this week for your passport, we'd be looking at the end of November having it by, and looking at a 10-week outlook. So.
And then the passports will work when 130.
That's what, yeah. And if you get some specialties added on, that costs more. You got your 130 plus your processing fee from whatever the post office charges.
Here's the beauty about having that passport. You can pick up and go. You ain't gotta wait. Get it now, so that way you don't have to pick up and wait. Because I have mine. I have no stamps, but I have mine.
Yeah,
it will be stamped.
You have to do. Anyway, I don't remember. You can get. You need time to gather your credentials and whatnot. I had a girlfriend who had a passport, needed it renewed, and her house caught fire. So that means that there was water. And, we think to protect our paperwork fireproof, but what about waterproof? So her thing was to put your items in a Ziploc bag, seal them, and then put them in your fireproof. Now, yes, fire can melt plastic too, can't it? But anyway, just to have it in something to help so it won't get damaged by water, because we don't think about that. Or I think her basement flooded. That's what it was. I'm making up stories. Her basement flooded, and they went on and accepted what she had, but all her stuff was all, water damage. So we have to think about, different ways to protect our papers and have them up high instead of down low. When you bend over looking in the file cabinet, put it up high if water is a possibility at any time. Just to share.
Thank you, Mama Head.
So yeah, get ready because we're gonna be out of here. Then, like I said, as soon as I get the link, I will put it on the website, put everything on the website, and get your $100 deposit in as soon as possible. And you can set, like I said, once you get the portal link together, you can make up your own. You can make up your own. What is that?
Payment plan.
The payment plan that works for you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, wonderful. We are coming up on the hour.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you all for a wonderful show. Thank you so much.
Oh, Deitra.
Yes.
Did you ladies know that they make rice with plastic?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't eat rice, so I don't. Yeah, but I did know that. Yes.
The white rice with plastic and
yeah.
Huh?
Coffee too.
Yeah.
They had on Instagram how to check to see if things were plastic.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
not sure the temperature of the water, but you put it in water and see if it. The lettuce. They're redoing garlic and onions also, and lemons. Man.
Mm-mm-mm. And then there was another place. What I saw was that they are using human for meat.
Yes, yes.
Soylent Green.
But
That's the movie.
the cells. Yeah, Soylent Green.
Soylent Green.
My girlfriend said that movie was on YouTube, and sometimes they put it up, or Netflix. It'll be up, and then they snatch it down, so it comes and goes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's something else.
It is. It really is.
Mama Head, what y'all got tomorrow?
Oh, I don't know.
Evelyn, what you got? What's on your mind?
I had a profound discussion this morning with myself, so I may bring that to, sometimes I really want a person and I kind of wait until they tell me yes. So that's kind of brewing. I've asked a couple people and they've agreed, but I haven't, heard from them. And sometimes I wait till the last minute and, I'll wait because I really want what I want.
Right.
So, but we'll have a discussion. I'll have some type of activity to do. So always know that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I have to be patient.
Sounds
I'm
good.
trying to be patient
I think I told Evelyn that my husband loves when he walks past, and I had some friends, the art that we did, I had it laying out so we can dry and stuff, and they loved it. They loved it.
Maybe we need a workshop.
So I have this
Got your art wall.
well, I have a canvas.
A
big canvas. I have two of pictures that my sister-in-law didn't need in her house anymore. So I'm in my mind saying, how can I make something on the smaller one, but it's big, where, how do I do it and then close it up? Should I use what kind of material? Anyway, I'm gonna do something like that because Phil and I, we like abstract. We like just create something in it, so I want to use one of them.
I like that you said that. My neighbor threw away 2 of her pictures because the pictures got wet or whatever, but the frame is probably a plastic that looks like wood and some baby, I'm about to go shopping.
Right.
Those frames and those plastic. Baby, I love my little boutique let go boutique.
Right.
I found 2 lamps like that. All they needed was batteries. The bulbs were working and everything. I was like, let me take these to the house and thank you. Thank you, Father.
That's right. One man's rubbish is another man's treasure. That's what they say, right?
Yep. Yep, absolutely. Well, let's just we got 3 minutes. So if everybody share with us each other what your intention is for today. One day at a time.
Let's see. I'll start and say that my intention today is to finish some conflict resolution institute work. That's the business we have. I had to finish some stuff with that. Yeah.
Next.
The patient to wait on the miracles.
Ooh, I like that.
Ebony?
I'm gonna go after Mama Head because me and her apparently been connected today. Because I was gonna say, bring my patient to work today because it's a miracle coming, and I'm this girl, me and Mama Head girl.
Danielle, your intent?
My intent I'm gonna go with patience. But think of the conversation you and I had last night. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go with patience.
Lolly, lolly, lolly.
Louisiana lolly.
I love that mama hat. Anyway, I think just maintaining my peace today, maintaining my peace today, and being grateful.
Rev?
To be loved, loving, and lovable in everything I do, knowing that I am a download of God.
Evelyn? I think I see her trying to get on or something. Star?
What is my intention today?
Yes.
I have some things that I'm working on, and I'm just going to continue.
Okay. Evelyn?
To show up for my life.
All right, girl. All right. All right. All right. All right. My intention today is organized, being more organized.
Okay.
What happened? They didn't have enough reporters to go see.
What happened? What happened was Mama Evelyn. Did Mama Evelyn do her?
Yes, she said she's showing up for herself. I know that's right.
From everybody.
Everybody, let's get a good hug for ourselves. Oh.
Yeah, take those elbows up, y'all. Elbows up. Oh.
For the world. And I love all of you.
Love you too. Love.
Peace out.
Love you too, ladies. Peace.
Mama Evelyn, I'll text you.
Okay.